Hey guys, it's Sarah from IAM.com, and today I am here with some of the Somerset. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
Can you introduce yourself?
Yep, I'm John Gomez and I play guitar in the Somerset.
All right. So, you guys began a project called Half Moon Kids, and a part of it were legendary moments. Would you like to explain it further and tell us what inspired you to do this?
Yeah, we wanted to make the message of our record stronger, which, this record's all about overcoming obstacles in your life to be the, most positive and best version of yourself possible. So we wanted to find like an outlet that wasn't surrounding the band, that was its own entity, to inspire people to be creative, to be positive about themselves, to basically be proud of themselves as individuals. So we wanted to start a site, like I said, that was separate from the band. So we started Half Moon Kids and made a message board where kids could share their art, music, writing, everything. As a way of kind of just setting that example.
All right, and is it going to be continued in the future?
Yeah, we're continuing to do legendary moments. We still, if you go on to halfmoonkids.com, you can still actually sign up and put in what your legendary moment would be, and we still get the emails. And if there are if some of them like line up like tour dates or anything like that we think are doable, then we've still been contacting people. Actually, a few of us are working on our own legendary moments in the off time that we'll be filming.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
All right, so what's your favorite song off Legendary?
Favorite song off Legendary is a song called The Way We Were.
Right.
It's hard to choose, but I'd like to say I'm pretty confident in the last couple weeks I've decided that's my favorite song.
What made you choose that?
Choose that song? I mean, the writing process was super fun on that. Like, we'd been writing for a little bit. We were kind of like dry on some ideas and throwing around titles. And me and Brian actually opened up a DVD of the OC, one of the seasons, and one of the titles of one of the episodes is The Way We Were. So we were just trying to find some sort of inspiration. So we're like, all right, let's look at the name of the teen drama episodes. So we found The Way We Were, and just the producers we were working with kind of came to the table with this awesome like guitar riff and this whole like groove, and we just went in, and the song wrote itself in like 2 hours. It was a quick song, and I think sometimes when you write a song that quick, it's so the clarity and the lyrics and the feeling, just it's unbelievable when you just get it all out. It's a really cool feeling. So it was a fun experience recording the song, and it's one of my favorite groups on the whole record.
Right. And if you had to give your life a movie title, what would it be?
My life. What the hell happens next? Would be.
All right, who would be you?
I'd like to think that Robert Downey Jr. would be. Just because he's a stud. Such a stud.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys are on Warped right now. How's that been for you?
Dude, it's been awesome. It's its own little circus. It's like punk rock circus. It's punk rock high school. There's so many different analogies I can pull. But it's a really cool experience to be surrounded by so many different bands and so many different genres and fans of so many different genres all congregating under one umbrella, and just to hear new music, be exposed to new music. And it's also cool for the bands to become friends with, like a pop band like us, to become friends with some of the metal bands and all that. It just shows me that there's still hope in this world, that people from different backgrounds, walks of life can all get along under the same roof.
All right. And any funny moments so far on Warped?
Funny moments. Okay, today on stage, I am very energetic on stage, and I like to jump around, and I jumped apparently so hard that I snapped the screw that screws in my guitar strap. I snapped a metal screw in half, and my guitar fell off of me. And it was right before this part where me and our other guitarist do a little solo with each other. So my guitar tech actually held up the guitar from behind me, and I finished the song. It was actually a really funny moment.
Any bands you've gotten close to?
I've been working out a little bit, doing this thing called Crossfit with Stick to Your Guns, and they're like a really hardcore band. They're awesome. I actually used to listen to them in high school, which is funny enough. But we're one of the poppiest bands on the tour, and they're like one of the hardest bands on the tour. And their guitarist Josh is such an awesome guy, and he's actually been helping get me in shape. So it's really cool. It's really fun.
All right, so let's get back to your music. You guys started the band in 2007. How has your music evolved since then?
I mean, it's evolved So much. It's weird. I think a lot of bands hone their sound behind the scenes, and you pretty much, and they'll release their first album, and you kind of see the more refined sound of the band. Whereas our band, we had those awkward teenage years in under the spotlight of people, so we kind of like grew and evolved as a band, you know, along the years with our fans. So they've seen us go from like garage demos from, from Arizona when we were in high school, didn't really know how to write a song properly or anything like that, to our kind of first album, we were like, oh, energetic, we kind of honed it in a little bit. To our second album, we're like, oh, we've been seen as a kid band for so long, let's kind of like grow up and be adults, and we kind of like slowed it down with like all acoustic and adult. And then we kind of came on this album, we're just like, fuck this. Like, we're still young, we're still kids, like, let's like bring back some energy and like let's live first, write later. Let's like have some fun and bring back some of that energy of the first record. So I think we've been all over the map with our sound, and I can proudly say that this is the third album, and it feels like it's our first one all over again, and it feels like we finally found out what the Somerset sounds like.
Any songs from the past that you look back at and you go, ooh,
oh my god,
really.
so many. I mean, entire EPs like that I look back on, like this EP called In Color we wrote when we were in high school, and that's just like looking at your high school yearbook picture when you're like goofy with braces and a goofy band shirt on. It's the equivalent of that. When I listen back to that album, it's just like it's not quite there. And same with our second album, Everything's Fine. I think I kind of look at it as like I like the album. We really learned how to be songwriters in that album, and I think we learned how to craft a better pop song. Whereas Love Like This was kind of sporadic and crazy, but you know, we learned a lot and Everything's Fine, but in retrospect it was a misstep, and we don't want to, it was too acoustic and too adult, and we just had to kind of grow back down again. And so yeah, I think there's a few missteps along the way.
Okay, so apart from providing entertainment, IAM also strives to help teens be successful. What one piece of advice would you give to an aspiring teen musician?
I mean, have confidence, like have self-confidence about it. I think the hardest part about becoming a performer is finding that courage to share your music with someone, with your family, your friends, and share it with the world. So I think it's to have that sense of that little sense of pride and just you can do it attitude, and don't be afraid to just go up there and show everyone what you're made of.
All right, and our last question. We're in Detroit, so we have to bring up rap music. Can you rap some Eminem for us?
Eminem? No, I can rap Big Sean though.
We can do that.
Big Sean.
Right.
He's from Detroit, right?
I think he is.
Let's go. I waited my whole life to be the man of the hour. I really can't lie, I was the man when I started, I'll be the man when I die. And these hoes take your money, and I take their virginity. I'm high, I split an O in half. And that's a da-da-da-da-da. I'm crazier than crazy, apeshit, retardedly stupid. I put weed in an urn, yeah, shit, now that's alley-oopin'. Oh, hey, that's your girl? Well, I don't give a something, da-da. I'm Westside, I don't know. You Gordo like Enrique, I'm 2Pay or 3Pay, I'm looking like I'm on sweepstakes, and these blah, 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 blah. That's
Nice.
That was better than I thought I was going to do. I started realizing there's a few lyrics I don't actually know. There's a lot of lyrics I don't know that I just kind of blow past.
There are always those lyrics you just mumble.
Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
All right, well, thank you for the interview. Anything you want to tell your fans?
Yeah, our new album, Legendary, go check it out, buy it on iTunes. If you haven't checked out our new single, Boomerang, buy it on iTunes. We just released a video for that. We'll be on tour back in the US in the fall, and come hang out with us.
All right, well, thank you, and this has been my interview with the Somerset.